Okay, that real good light heavyweight fight is over now, and the Quarry decision was not really treated any differently than a unanimous decision should be. But now there's sort of a waiting feeling as Duane Bobick goes against young Sanford. Bobick is unbeaten in 32 knockouts. That's him on your left. Now let's go to the announcer now.
Better known as young Sanford.
A good-looking athlete at about 196 pounds. That's not much for a heavy, but he's a good puncher.
Heavyweight champion Muhammad Ali from Fowler, Minnesota, Duane Bobick.
There he is from the Fighting Bobicks. 11 brothers. One sister. I wonder how she gets along in that family up there. He is tough. He's 214 pounds. At least he was yesterday. That's the lowest he's been. He was 218 to 220 for Chuck Wepner. He's got 32 knockouts. Yes, he lost to Teofilio Stevenson at 72. Let's listen to it.
Watch the butts, watch the rabbit punches. In the event of a knockdown, go to the furthest corner, stay there till I tell you to come out, okay? Shake hands, come out boxing.
All right, 10 rounds. Both unbeaten. Charlie Roth from Cincinnati is your referee in the ring. Remember, 3 judges, the 5-point system in Nevada. And we understand the 3 knockdown rule has been waived for this. It's a 16-foot ring, too, Kenny. Go ahead, Ken.
It's very unusual for the knockdown rule to be waived in a fight such as this.
Okay, what does young Sanford have to do? That right hand?
He has to counter with the right hand over the jab. He has to beat Bobick to the punch. He can't let Bobick take the play away.
Bobick is undefeated. So is young Sanford. Red Fox used to be his man, and now Red just watched him like everybody else. Good double hook. You say he can do it just about all that a boxer should do.
He can. He's very well equipped. The only thing now, I think he's a little bit excited. It's a real big fight for him. He's never been into a fight like this, and once he gets the composure back, he'll be good.
Remember, Bobick's manager is Joe Frazier, and Smoking Joe is watching. He's back in New Jersey right now today, watching his protege, who he says can really hit.
All right, push it up,
and
man.
can
Push
take
up.
it.
All right.
But sometimes he starts slowly. The feeling might be that young Sanford can hit him and hurt him early.
Fred can. Fred's a very good puncher. He's a converted southpaw. He can throw a good jab off of a hook. He has a very good right hand once he gets it in there. And he's very intelligent. He wants to be a lawyer.
Yeah, he went to Pepperdine University and graduated. Pretty good jab by Bobick. He is big, and he is strong, and he does work hard and can punch. Eddie Futch is in the corner with him. Along with...
All right, push it off, push it off. All right.
Benton, who's one of the real good middleweights of our time, I guess.
All right, you're tied up. Let's go.
Georgie Benton has been trying to teach Bobick to move a little bit.
Right, Benton was great.
Bobick can take a punch. His last fight was against Chuck Wepner. He stopped Wepner in 6 rounds.
That was a little brawl. Really a brawl.
Sanford is 26 years of age. 25 is the age they put on Duane Bobick. Remember, you're talking about a big weight differential here. 214 to 196. Sanford is at 196 on your right. He's lean, though.
I think Eddie Futch is hoping that the weight factor will be a telling factor later on in the fight.
Good left-hand jab by young Sanford. First round of 10. Bobick is sort of a long-distance runner. He can take a lot of punches and just sort of wear you down. That is the thought. And a lot of people think that young Sanford might catch him before that is to take place.
I think that's still striking.
Still feeling each other out. The crowd's sort of waiting now. 2 big men in the ring, and you're watching it live.
A whole generation has grown up with it. Now there's a new generation of Volkswagens for a new generation of Americans. This is Volkswagen Engineering, 1977. 3 of the most remarkable cars ever built. Rabbit, Dasher, Scirocco. Because times have changed America, and so have Volkswagens.
Okay, back for round two, live from Las Vegas in this beautiful arts center, this theater here at the Aladdin Hotel. You're looking at young Sanford. He met Bobick in the amateurs a couple of times. One time he lost the National AAU Finals to Duane Bobick. Yeah, so he knows him and might not like him too much because of something that maybe happened about 8 years ago.
Fred's a very competitive man, very competitive.
Bill Slayton, very active, ring-wise guy in the corner for young Sanford.
Fred never changes expression. Never.
And Bobick is big. If you were picking him for a football team, he'd be your middle linebacker or perhaps a tight end. He is big, but movement has been his problem, not power or not punch. Right, Kenny?
Right, he hasn't really learned how to slip punches yet. He counters well. He takes a punch and counters back well, but he hasn't learned how to slip. Once he starts fighting the guys who are ranked a little higher in the ranks there, he's going to have to learn how to slip punches and counter.
That's exactly what Eddie Futch said today, that they're trying to get him to slip punches, not take all of them, and hook. And you got to move to be a good hooker, I suppose, right?
Very true. You got to know how to slip to one side and hook back.
Round two, sort of a tentative round for each fighter. They just sort of threw a pretty good body punch by Duane Bobick. The right hand missed. So did young Sanford's coming back. But, boy, he throws it quickly, and he's got a good slippery right hand over the top. And that's what Stevenson hit Duane Bobick with a few years ago.
At that time, Bobick was an amateur. It's a big difference, as you said before, between amateur and pro.
And just remember, that's a 16-foot ring. There's nowhere to go. It's as small as it can be. A regulation is 16 feet. So young Sanford is going to have to find a way to cope with the larger man. We're talking about 20 pounds.
It's a big difference.
All right, push off, push off. All right, let's go.
Hear Charlie Roth saying push off, push off. Again, the heavyweights, not you, Kenny, and not Muhammad Ali. You guys were pretty busy, but heavyweights have a tendency sometimes to lay on each other a little bit. The right hand land?
It was a good right hand. It didn't land flush, but it was enough noise. He's getting his range now.
Now, you've worked with young Sanford, Ken. Did he ever burn the bottom of your feet with a good right hand that we talked about?
Fred, those are very good stiff right hand. See, Bobick is learning how to go under the right hand a little bit better now.
Over in young Sanford's corner, Bobick is trapped in there. Now tries to come out with the left hand. Sanford doing a pretty good job. Half holding, half hitting, which might not be a bad way to fight this big guy.
Both fighters can punch well, and they're both taking a lot of good shots. They're both delivering a lot of good shots.
Duane Bobick is a big, tough guy from Minnesota, and he came with Joe Frazier after Billy Daniels in Denver sold his contract, and Joe said, Tom, he'll work hard, he can take a punch, and he wants to be a great fighter, and I can teach him. Second round of 10 with young Sanford.
You can't teach a man to take a punch, though.
He either does or he doesn't. Good combination by Sanford.
All of them very good punches right on the button.
Routed into the ropes by Bobick, but Sanford scored here in round two.
For over 60 years, the Frankfurter has lived in search of perfect fulfillment. It was drowned, it was incinerated, but never fulfilled until the Presto Hot Dogger, a unique way to prepare hot dogs. Cooks 1 to 5 from the inside out in just 60 seconds.
Now that's a hot dog.
The Presto Hot Dogger, the 60-second answer to that 60-year-old problem.
Hey, Kenny, tell me what we see, my friend.
I think Fred right now is doing a for a right hand. There we go.
That's
probably blocked it well.
And the second one went over the shoulder. But some of those can hurt if you're the heavyweight. If you're a heavyweight, right? If you hit somebody on a collarbone, doesn't it hurt? Now, what's he got all over his face? Is that some kind of a grease?
I think it's Vaseline.
Looked like a Halloween mask. Here he comes. Young Sanford against Duane Bobick. Sanford moving a little bit now, like he might try to stay away from the big man, and Bobick goes right to work to the body.
Bobick's going to have to buy the pressure to keep Fred off collar.
Eddie Futch and Georgie Benton must have said, hey, big man, you better get out there and take care of this guy and slow him down a little bit. Now, you made a good comment. You said that when Sanford is under attack, he can punch when you're putting the punches on him. That's important, isn't it?
Very important. Very important.
Pretty good right hand.
Because the man's attacking, you bring up the combinations, it helps a lot.
Good hook. Good hook by Sanford. Remember, he's a converted southpaw, so if he hits you with that left arm, left hand, it might be a pretty good hook.
But by being a converted southpaw, it adds a lot of power to it. I don't know if Bobick's aware of that yet or not.
I think young Sanford's getting his attention right now. Bobick, unbeaten in 37. He's backed off by young Sanford. Bobick came out to take charge in this round, and suddenly I found that young Sanford is carrying the fight.
As I said before, Tom, we might be in for a big upset here.
Young Sanford is 26. We've told you, he's 6'2.5", but he's only 196 pounds. But he's a mover. He just scored with that jab. Down below the leg, a right hand across the top. And a hook by Sanford.
Over the jab, right?
That's what you call for, Kenny Norton. Turns a right hand right over. Let's listen to what's happening in that ring right now. And here's Charlie Roth, the referee. Charlie Roth is just staying out of danger's way, I think. Now Bobick has Sanford in his own corner, near his own corner, but not really scoring a lot. He's trying to go to the body.
Bobick's got to throw more than one punch. He has to throw the combination. He has to throw them in fast succession.
The left eye of Duane Bobick is a little bit closed right now. The left eye of Duane Bobick is puffy and closing just a little bit. Good jab. Up under by Sanford. We're going to take a look at the corner of Duane Bobick.
All right, push off, man.
Body punch by Sanford. By young Sanford. Bobick, his head was snapped back with that jab. And young Sanford is scoring as we finish round 3. Boy, is he active. Okay, Kenny, we're going to go into the corner. What are you seeing there?
There seems to be a little small puppet.
You like me, crazy about cars, really love that machine of yours? Then right about now, you should be putting in Prestone too. Antifreeze isn't permanent, it wears out. So every fall, my baby here gets a fresh fill of Prestone antifreeze. It fights freeze-ups and helps protect your cooling system against corrosion.
Prestone 2, you know it protects.
This is my Packard, and I know Prestone protects.
Well, there he is, Kenny. He's a big one. 200 and at least 14 or 15 pounds. They are keeping us from seeing the work done on his eye. And there's his opponent, young Sanford, who really has carried at least the last 2 rounds of the 3-week series.
Yeah, he has. In order to get ahead, Bobick's got to get closer to Fred and keep him on the inside and get the sharp punches going.
He looked like he flicked at that left eye a little bit. Bobick did as he came out. Now he goes right to work like he tried to do in round 3. Bobick, though, is a stretch runner. Don't forget that he'll get into the groove and he can go 10 rounds, and he prepares to do that. Ooh, good right hand by Bobick. The first one we've seen. Kenny, how would you fight Duane Bobick?
Well, I would have to say if Bobick and I were fighting, I would try to beat him to the punch, apply a lot of pressure, and throw a lot of overhand right.
Early?
Early.
Is that the wild overhand right that you're now famous
Hold
for?
it, hold it. Who said it was wild? Who said it was wild? I worked on that thing for 2 months.
Good right hand by Duane Bobick. And Sanford might have lost a little of that impetus from the last round.
All right, step it up.
Bobick looks like somebody built a fire.
Fred's going to throw a right hand over the jab momentarily. We watch.
You're live. I don't have to tell you that. You can hear it. The town is turned off for about 2 hours here on CBS to watch 2 good fights right here in the Aladdin Hotel. Why would young Sanford now back off? Good left-right combination by Bobick. Why would Sanford not want to go out and take this round, Kenny?
I don't know, but I feel that later on in the round he's going to come on.
This is a right hand. Young Sanford not quite as accurate as he was for the first 3 rounds, though. And Bobick looked to me like he's turned into what he should be, sort of a big brawler to go out and take your best and shove you around a little bit.
Push back, step up. He definitely has a weight advantage, and he should try to take advantage of it. But for Fred to carry around that much extra weight for, 10 rounds, down the bottom.
Pretty good right hand by Sanford.
And hook.
And hook off of it, right, Kenny Norton. Round 4, and the action's beginning to pick up. Don't you feel like it's warming, huh? 2 heavyweights, and Bobick now has young Sanford in his own corner. This is round 4. The crowd beginning to get it up. Sanford hits with that left. 2 good jabs. He missed with that right hand. Bobick misses with his right. A little slow with the right hand that time.
Fred's going downward, but it seems like the man is in perfect shape. I've seen him train. And he's letting Bobick take the play away from him right now. He has to counter everything, which he's good at.
Could he be gliding? Could he be doing this on purpose, young Sanford? Could he be taking it easy on purpose?
I don't know. It might be a mental factor. No, he's the first time to fight someone this hard, this long.
Okay, we're winding down round 4, and Bobick is going to work down where it hurts. Down in the engine room. We'll be back with more action from the Aladdin Hotel after this word from your local station.
The CBS News election team probes what to expect on Tuesday in a pre-election special tomorrow at 7, 6 Central on CBS.
Live from Las Vegas, right here on CBS, a heavyweight. And that's one right there, Duane Bobick. Having a little bit of a problem with young Sanford. Right, and Kenny Norton, you said so. Now, what about this? They're slating your man, talking to him. He's got to go out and take this fight back, doesn't he?
He's got to initiate the action here. Bobick's heavier, and you have to stop the man when he's heavy like that. You have to throw a lot of punches. You have to move from side to side. You have to counterpunch a lot because Bobick is heavier, as I said before, and he's going to try to apply the pressure and take the action to Fred. And if he can't take the play with Fred, then he's winning the fight.
Bobick's been fighting all his life, 11 brothers. Rodney is about 20 pounds heavier than Duane. He's the 4th-rated heavyweight contender right now. Good right hand. I couldn't tell if that landed, Kenny. What about it?
I couldn't tell that well either time.
Randy Newman, Middleton, Scott Ledoux, and Bunny Johnson. Before Chuck Wepner, those are the last 5 fights where Duane Bobick takes a pretty good short hook there by young Sanford.
Bobick's starting to put his weight behind his punches now when he gets Fred on the rope. Fred has to find some way to counter that. He has to either move to the side or spin the man out.
Bobick looks like he jogs once in a while to sort of get the arm weariness perhaps out of those big arms. And boy, he is big, but they get heavy, don't they?
He's a big man. Sam.
Joe Frazier took over his management in January of '75, and it's been nothing but hard work.
That was a good right hand by Bobick there. Good straight shot.
Georgie Benton and Eddie Futch. And Joe himself gets in once in a while to ring Bobick's bell to see if he's right for it.
And Joe has been known to ring a few bells.
Young Sanford again trapped on the over near Bobick's corner now. Misses with that big right hand. Pretty good left hand by Bobick. Young Sanford not doing much throwing.
He has to initiate some action here.
Good jab there by Sanford. We're still watching the eyes of both fighters. Sanford's left eye was a little bit swollen, and the left eye of Bobick we thought was swollen in the second round, but neither fighter appears to be bothered by it.
If you notice, young Sanford's jab now is floating out instead of snapping. If he snap it, it would be more effective. All his punches now are starting to float more.
Now, you worked with young Sanford right before the Ali fight, right, Kenny?
That's very true. We worked for 2 months together.
Is he in good shape? Is he ready for the guy the size of Bobby?
I feel that Fred's in very good shape, and I think the thing now is mostly mental. You saw Bobick fight Webner, and he got his confidence up. I think that after getting in the ring with Bobick and filling through his punches, it might have dwindled a little bit, but he has to regain it.
But I saw Bobick have trouble with Bunny Johnson, too. A small, heavy, good left-right combination by Sanford. Bobick didn't appear to be severely hurt, but he certainly was taken back and wasn't punching fair for a moment. Sanford to your left, Duane Bobick on your right. End of round 5.
Heads are turning to Vitalis. Heads are turning. Heads are turning. Heads are turning to Vitalis. Heads are turning. Heads are turning.
More women are turning to men with shorter hair. That's why more men are turning to Vitalis. It gives shorter hair that clean together, younger look. So use Vitalis and start some heads turning.
Next Saturday at 4:30 p.m., CBS Sports Spectacular presents the Russian Gymnastics Exhibition from London, England with Olga Korbut and the rest of their highly acclaimed gymnastic team. And the Texas 200 from the Texas World Speedway with A.J. Foyt and many more battling for the title. That's next Saturday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern on the CBS Sports Spectacular.
Round 6, Bobick against young Sanford. You think it'll go 10? What do you think, Kenny?
I think it might go 10, but Bobby's, young Sanford's getting a big knot over his left eye, and it might have might impart his vision quite a bit. He's waiting too long to let Bobick initiate the action.
Bobick took over sort of that 4th and 5th rounds just by body punching, and it looked like that young Sanford sort of pulled off the attack for a while.
Right, he's waiting too long.
They're in young Sanford's corner. Ooh, tremendous body punch, that right hand by Bobick. That's gotta hurt.
It does hurt. See, Fred's letting Bobick initiate the action. Fred's punches are starting to float out more now, and Bobick's punches are getting crisp. As you said before, he's going over to the time. He's wearing the man down with his extra weight, and he's really relying on his power.
Remember, Kenny Norton said it early. He's susceptible to a good sneak right hand, but Sanford doesn't look like he's as quick with that right hand as he was in the first 2 rounds. Good jab. Flat-footed stance. Moving right in. Bobick gets a big one. Young Sanford's pretty flat-footed too, and they're mixing it up.
It's unusual. He's lost his bounce. He had a lot of bounce at the first part of the fight.
The left eye of young Sanford partially closed. Good jab though by Sanford. Bruising stuff. Most of the yelling coming from people in the corners as we watch 2 heavyweights, each carrying bombs, but neither one really doing that kind of a job on the other.
They're not doing what you call devastating punches. Those small punches are sharp punches hurt.
And that's what we see Duane Bobick do so well. Just keep punching, clodding, banging until the other guy finally sort of everything quits on him.
That's right. He's placing the punches right in the right spot, right around the heart, under the liver.
There's the hook in the right hand coming out of it. Double hook, a little bit slow, and I believe Sanford got away from that last punch.
He missed the right hand. Fred, if he wants to stay in the fight, he has to initiate the action. He has to go forward more. He's got to beat Bobick to the punch and take the play away.
Sanford sort of jogged his legs to make sure they were still there. Had the double hook by Bobick, who looks to me like he's beginning to get the rhythm of the thing.
That's been the difference in the last 2 rounds. He's getting the rhythm. He's picking up the pace. Fred is starting to float his punches more. He's not really initiating anything.
But the big man can sort of lay on you, take your best stuff, and then when you lose the steam in your punches, you're in trouble with the big guy, huh?
That's been the pattern of this fight.
Big hook by Bobick. Goes underneath, mostly blocked. There's young Sanford. Again, that left eye if we get a chance.
Left eye is definitely causing problems for Fred. It's bothering him.
End of round 6 coming up. And it's getting brutal in there now. Left, right by young Sanford at the bell here.
This is the St. Croix fishing machine. Compact,
Lightweight, complete, a full-length telescoping rod. Built-in spin cast reel with quick retrieve and star drag. Catch a fish, click on the patented range finder. Hit the same spot again. The St. Croix fishing machine, revolutionary, and at $24.95, a great gift.
And don't forget the NFL football action tomorrow on CBS, where it's been from the inception, right? And the big game, Patrick Summerall and I will be down in Washington for the Cowboys against the Redskins. There may be a few 10-round bouts in that game. Speaking of action, right? There's that left eye. Now, let's take a look at it.
Yeah, it seems to be closing on Fred. It's going to really impair his vision. I think that being a young fighter is going to bother Fred's... Oh, thank you.
Bobick comes right across and hits young Sanford even as he was coming off the stool. I don't think Slayton even had him cleared from the stool yet. Bobick is all over young Sanford.
Fred wants to end the fight. He has to fight back now. He has to mount an offense.
Bobick is 25, and he is a big bull, and he's taking some good punches now.
And he's also delivering some.
Good punch by Sanford there, back the bigger man off. Duane Bobick said, I'm prepared to go 10, and I'm going to give it, and I know I'm going to take some big ones. Sanford's left eye, remember, is closing. And Bobick caught him almost on the stool in his corner to start this round 7.
That was a surprise attack.
Send him out early.
Young Sanford's starting to weigh too much. His punches are really floating now. They're getting worse. I think it's a mental thing more or less than physical.
Shouldn't Charlie Roth, the ref, be parting them once in a while? Is he letting them hang on a little bit too much? Kenny, what do you think?
I think so. But then again, it's kind of hard. You can't second-guess the referee anytime.
Okay. You're right. You still have to get in there and have them work some of your fights. All right, Duane Bobick now, in round 7, has been the aggressor. And yet Sanford has landed some pretty good punches. Countering.
He's landed some very good punches, but he's not niche hitting anything. Bobick's definitely taking the play away, and as the rounds go on, his confidence is getting bigger and bigger. And Fred's confidence seems to be dwindling here.
There's Bobick right where this round started. Young Sanford's corner. And it seems like he gets, it's like a red flag in front of a bull when he gets him over in his own corner. That's the best action for Duane Bobick. Well, that left eye is really swollen on young Sanford. I don't know if he can even see out of that. And that right hand's going to come from...
I think he can see, but he can't see anything wide. Anything straight ahead he can see.
Have you ever been like that, Kenny? Have you ever had something close up to where you had to do something else?
No, I haven't. I've been very fortunate throughout my career.
Step back.
I thought maybe one of your movies or something. Maybe in Drum or Mandingo, somebody hit you by accident. Here we are in round 7. There you see it. And boy, the eye is quickly closing on young Sanford. Round 7, and Bobick's had a good round.
And the eye is starting to bother Fred. It's a mental thing with him. He's starting to touch it during the round.
Big body punches by Duane Bobick. Each fighter's unbeaten, and that's going to change this afternoon here in Las Vegas.
The 1977 Datsuns are not here yet. And neither are the higher 77 prices. So you can still buy a 76 Datsun B210, 610, 710, or a pickup at 76 prices. Why pay a higher 77 price when you can still buy a new Datsun at 76 prices? Another golden opportunity right now at your nearby Datsun dealer.
Oh, boy. Most of these CB brands I never heard of. Where do I start? CB by RCA. Now, that's a dependable name. Well, that makes it easy. I'll get the one from the communications experts. CB by RCA.
Now you're talking RCA.
Thank you. Thank you.
Young Sanford's left eye got a lot of attention. And Bobick came out and caught him, and Maybe got hit a pretty good punch by Sanford, coming off the stool again.
A fairly good punch, but as I said before, Fred's punches now are floating. By floating, I mean they're just, barely going out. Early in the fight, Fred's punches were very crisp, they were very sharp. He was going over the right hand.
Oh, Bobick is a tremendous body puncher, and we said earlier, he's a very patient guy. He'll just keep beating on you until something stops working. Bobick 37-0. Big and raw bone out of Minnesota, living in Philadelphia. Working out with Joe Frazier's gang about 5 or 6 days a week and hard at it. You got to work to be a good fighter, right?
That's very true. Nothing comes easy.
Good left hook by Bobick. Takes an uppercut with the right hand. And young Sanford, they're in Sanford's corner again. That's where Bobick wants to keep him.
If Bobick can keep Fred on the ropes, he can apply a lot of pressure. Then all his punches are landing. He's punching things very well.
Right hand right on top of that bad eye. Young Sanford that time. Bobick gets another one there, another one there. The right hand, and now it looked like Sanford's trying to cover up that swollen eye.
He's very conscious of it. I think it's bothering him more mentally. He can't see out of it because it's almost shut completely.
Big men, 196-pounder on your left and a 215-pounder on your right. And they're in there to get the other one out the best way possible. Each unbeaten. Each with a good knockout punch. There's Bobick trying to work out. Ooh, pretty good hook coming out. Bobick looks like he's beginning to get a little stronger.
Throughout the fight, he's been getting stronger. Every round he picks up the action more and he's doing more.
Sanford's hook was blocked. Boy, both corners are really jammering now.
All right, you're holding on. Hold on, step back.
Bill Slayton jelly from one side and Eddie Futch from the other. They want their fighter to stay unbeaten. A lot of money in the heavyweight ranks. As Kenny Norton will attest to.
The money's good, but the work is hard. And it's well earned.
Oh, you better believe it. Two good jabs by Bobick. 30 seconds left in round 8. Oh, the right hand. Again, they're back in Sanford's corner.
Fred did not even see the right hand with that eye like that.
Most of those were blocked by Bobick.
All right, man, step it up, step it up.
Round 8. Duane Bobick beginning to put the pressure on young Sanford now. Don't go away, because we're going to stay right here in Las Vegas.
We just moved into an apartment.
We're married.
We want to paint our living room.
Use Benjamin Moore's Regal Wall Satin. Great latex paint.
Honey, I decided to get Regal Wall Satin. It's great latex paint.
Is it hard to put on?
Are you kidding?
Is it washable?
Of course.
A Benjamin Moore dealer makes sure you get everything you need.
I didn't know you knew so much about paint.
See your Benjamin Moore dealer. He offers you more.
Fire broke out at Hempstead High School. Bob Dowler, a key agent of the home insurance company who insured the school, saw the smoke and rushed to the scene. An ex-volunteer fireman, Bob offered his help, and for the next 6 hours fought the flames until the fire was out. Service beyond the call. Another reason to see your key agent of the home insurance company. Look in the yellow pages.
Okay, back at it in round 9, and Bobick did the same thing he's done for the last 3 rounds. Go right over and pin young Sanford in his own corner and go to work on the body and anywhere else he can find.
Fred has to become more aware. He got up his stool, been very lackadaisical, and Bobick was right there when he raised up. He's got to be aware of where he is and what he's doing.
Bobick has 32 KOs. But early in the career, some of those are probably not the caliber of the man he's facing right now. Young Sanford's a good heavyweight.
He's a very good heavyweight, but then again, Bob is coming on very well also. He's proving himself.
What does the winner have to look forward to? A fight with Kenny Norton or somebody later, or what?
Well, I tell you, there is something if Bobick wins, there might be something coming on later for Bobick and myself.
Notice how I slipped that in there? You can't trust television people. Here we are in round number 9. Bobick backing in, but still pretty much in control. A left hook by Bobick. A short left hook. But he is big. Oh, he hit him on that left eye again. I'll tell you, young Sanford can't even see out of that left eye. Bill Slayton to the right of your picture there is yelling for Sanford to keep moving and punching, and just not much left there right now.
Not much left, but the safest place is on the inside. He certainly can't see well, so he should try to get on the inside and throw the sharp punches where he knows the other man's body is. Your best offense is a good defense, or your best defense is a good offense, rather.
Good jab by young Sanford. Two good jabs by young Sanford. Bobby measuring him again over in the neutral corner. Remember, just walking around for 10 rounds with your hands up in the air for 3 minutes per is tough. To be out there fighting and having somebody beating on you is darn near impossible. Bobick working right above us. This is live from Las Vegas. We're in a theater, a beautiful new theater at the Latin Hotel, and that's Duane Bobick after young Sanford.
Fred has to initiate something. He's waiting just too long. He's getting caught waiting.
Young Sanford came out early in the first couple of rounds and slipped that right hand over, and he hit Bobick, and he hurt him a couple of times, and Bobick just kept coming right on in and banging. And then through the mid-rounds began to come over and get young Sanford in his own corner and do the job right where he is now. Sanford backed him out of there. Right hand by Bobick. Oh, a body shot.
Very well placed.
Young Sanford wobbled a little bit on that exchange. Right back in the corner, and there's Bobick back to work. He'll take one to deliver a couple. Round 9. Looks like we're going to go into the 10th.
All right, Wally, what's so good about this McCulloch chainsaw?
Okay, the Mini-Mac 35 has Auto Sharp. It sharpens the chain automatically, and this McCulloch oils the chain all by itself.
What was that safety feature?
Oh, the chain brake. It stops the chain in milliseconds. You can't buy another chainsaw with all these features at any price. And it all comes in this carrying case.
Well, then you don't mind me carrying it to my yard. I've got some wood to cut.
Look for McCulloch in the yellow pages under saws.
Okay, girls, we're off in our new Jeep Cherokee.
Daddy, do we have to go camping?
You're gonna love it.
Oh, Daddy.
This Jeep Cherokee is gonna take us to Jeep country. We have four-wheel drive to help us climb the hills.
Oh, Daddy.
And rugged suspension. And high ground clearance. Some fun, huh?
Some fun.
Hey, look. There's the new four-door Jeep Cherokee.
Oh, Daddy, we're gonna love four-wheeling.
Jeep Cherokee. We wrote the book on four-wheel drive.
All right, round number 10, the final round, the deciding round, and Duane Bobick this time did not trap young Sanford in his corner, and Sanford came out.
That's partially because of the fact that they had to touch the gloves in the middle of the ring.
Okay, that's right, Kenny. Don't forget you stationed along the CBS network. We may run over 3 or 4 minutes just to get the decision. And as quickly as possible, we'll cut right to you. Bobick on your right. Sanford just missed with the right hand. Tom Brookshire and Kenny Norton. And this is live from Las Vegas.
And this has been a fight, Tom.
Oh, it has been a brutal fight. It's been one of those fights that hurts you every time that somebody lands something, because it's sort of that unseen heavy punch.
Fred trying to come on now. Good uppercut and a good hook.
Young Sanford knowing he must really do a job. 2 good punches in a row by young Sanford. Bobick backs off.
Good hook.
A lot of time left in round 10, and Bobick backs off again. The right hand misses. Bobick with 2 punches underneath, and then a right hand across the top. Bobick unbeaten in 37.
Right now, Fred's only throwing 1 punch, and Bobick's throwing 2 or 3.
Young Sanford's unbeaten in 12. Both heavyweights and both tired. Bill Slayton is almost into the ring, helping his man, talking to young Sanford. Eddie Futch is jumping around it. And the 2 fighters have to decide it. Oh, both exchange hooks, good ones. Underneath, working with Bobick.
These men are really working today, Tom.
Well, young Sanford came out and really made this 10th round sing. There's Red Fox watching his man. Young Sanford has really come on. Where was he for the 4 or 5 middle rounds? Bobick. Back over in Sanford's corner.
It's been a bad spot all night for Young Sanford, his own corner.
Round number 10. Round number 10. The crowd beginning to get really up on their feet. A lot of action here in this Aladdin Theater. Bobick working on Young Sanford. You can count it down. People are up on their feet yelling for Young Sanford. He's really made a fight of it in the 10th round.
Exciting 10th round.
2 undefeated heavyweights. Bobick in there punching. Young Sanford giving it everything with his left eye closed. It has been closed. It's about the 6th round.
A grueling 10-round fight.
Young Sanford bouncing up. Duane Bobick goes over to talk to him. Boy, oh boy. Talk about your money's worth. As soon as we get this decision, and it might be closer than you might think, we'll turn it right over to you. You can go to your regular programming. Duane Bobick, the big guy from Minnesota, working for Joe Frazier and Eddie Futch, the man working on him right now. Did he win his 38th straight fight? Here's some of the action from the 10th, and Kenny Norton take it. This was a good round.
That's right. Fred was definitely trying to initiate something here, but Bobick had taken too much out of him physically. And Duane's confidence was sky high. It was at a peak at this point, and you could not do anything to hurt the man.
Should Young Sanford have come out earlier, could he have done this in, let's say, the 7th or 8th, or was there some reason for his not coming out like this?
I don't know. My feeling is he
We have a
done
unanimous decision. Judge Art Lurie scores 47-45. Judge Harold Buck scores 47-45. Judge John Magrosini scores 46-44. The winner by unanimous decision, Duane Bobick.
And now for Kenny Norton, this is Tom Brookshire saying so long from Las Vegas, Nevada. The CBS Sports Spectacular is a presentation of CBS Sports.
This is CBS.